discuss about two different topic. Okay, one is coordinate and the second one is Venn diagram. So first we begin with coordinates. Okay, Kavya, coordinate is just like if you want to give the address of your house, so it's just relatable to the address, right? For example, if I say my house is somewhere in this city, then would you be able to reach my house? No? But if I say it's situated in house number 2, 3 and street number. So if I say it's situated in house number 3, street number 2, then you can find the exact location, right? Okay, if I say your school is somewhere here, so where it is? House number 2 and street number 3. So one can easily find this location, right? In similar way, coordinate tell us the exact location of a point. In coordinate grid, we have two important axes. One is the horizontal line, which is x-axis. This is called x-axis. Okay? And the another one is the vertical line. We call it as y-axis. This is x-axis and that is y-axis. Okay? And the place where these two lines intersect is called as origin and we denote it with 0 or O. Okay? The value is 0, 0 here. For example, we have one point whose value is 2.2, 3. Okay? So this first value denote the value for x and the second one denote the value for y. Okay? So in this x-axis, we have this as 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? All the value after the right hand side of the 0 in x-axis is in positive and the opposite is in the left hand side. So opposite of 0. Here we have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. The same rule apply in y-axis as well. Here we have +1, +2, +3, +4, +5 and the bottom values are in negative. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. So this point is where? 2, 3. Okay? The value of x-axis, the across value, we always denote that first. So this is the value of across, the value of x-axis. So we need to move 2 unit right as this 2 given in positive value. So we are moving in the right direction. So 1 and 2. This is the value of x and 2. Then what about y? We need to move 3 on the top, right? So 1, 2, 3. So this is 3. This is 2. Which means this point denote point 2, 3. Okay? Any doubt, Kavya? Okay. Now, could you please tell me the point, the coordinate of this point? Sorry? Very good. 4, comma 2. So first we are giving the value of across, then value of this y. Okay, so if any point just move in this x-axis, like goes left and right. Okay. Yeah, so you have one doubt. Sorry, I can't hear you. Could you please speak loudly? I increase my volume, but still I can't hear you.
So the x-axis comes first and then the y-axis.
Yeah, the first value is x-axis, the value of x-axis, then value of y. Okay, so if one point move in the across only, that it goes left and right, then the point only move in x-axis or y-axis? It just move left and right. Sorry, right and left, yeah. So it just move in x-axis, right? If one point move up and down.
That's y-axis.
Very good. So you know Kavya, what children mistake in this locating the point is that first you have to understand that this 2 comma 3 is not same as 3 comma 2. If I say your class is on second floor, room number 3. Okay? Second floor, room number 3. It's not same as third floor, room number 2. Both are different, right? Second floor, room number 3 is not same as third floor, room number 2. Similarly, this 2 comma 3 is not same as 3 comma 2. Both are different. So you have to understand that whenever they ask us to locate a point, so first we need to give the value of x, then only the value of y. Okay? Otherwise you make mistakes. And you know, Kavya, the value of x-axis, we call it as abscissa. And the value of y, we call that as ordinate. And when they both combine, it form coordinate. But you don't need to remember these difficult words. Okay? Just understand this. The first value is the value of x. The second is the value of y. That makes your life easy. Okay? So, Kavya, if I say one point start moving, okay? First it move 4 unit left and then 3 unit left. Sorry, I say 4 and like 3. 3 unit left and then 4 unit right. So could you please tell me the coordinate of this point? Not right. I need to take up or down. Yeah.
It's 3 comma 4.
Yeah. It's situated somewhere here. 3 comma 4. Okay? Okay. Then so whenever we denote a coordinate, we have to make sure that we must separate both value with a comma in between. Okay, so now please tell me what is the coordinate of this point?
It's minus 3 comma 1.
Very good. And what about this?
Is that uh, minus 4, minus 4.
Very good. Now, yeah, coordinate of this point.
Is it minus 3, 1?
Sorry,
Minus 3, 1.
is this minus 3 comma 1 or 1 comma minus 3? Which is correct?
Oh, it's 1, minus 3.
I told you earlier, children make this mistake and you made the same, right? Don't get confused. First, we need to write the value of x, then the value of y. Okay? Okay. Now, tell me coordinate of this point.
Is it minus 3, 1 and minus 3, 3?
Minus 3 comma?
I said minus 3, not minus 3. It's minus 3,
Is this correct?
Yeah, I said it's minus 3, 3.
Okay. Sorry. Minus 2 comma minus 3. Good. So, you can see, Kavya, that this 2-axis actually divide it in quarters, right? It divided in quarters. Okay? And we named it like this way. 1 quadrant, 2 quadrant, 3 and 4. Like quadrant 1, first quadrant. This is as second quadrant. That as third quadrant. And this as fourth quadrant. Okay? This is first quadrant. That is second. This third. And that one is fourth. You can... Why are you getting disturbed? Is there someone besides you? Don't look at here and there. Okay? Just focus on the board.
Okay.
If your room is open, then please go and close the door so no one disturb you. Okay, so here we have first quadrant, second quadrant, third and fourth. You can see that all value which are in first quadrant are always in positive. Why? The value of x is positive and the value of y is also positive in this quadrant, right? If we move to the second quadrant, we can see the all value of x is always in negative. And the value of y, positive, right? So here, both x and y must in positive. For this quadrant, the value of x is in
Negative and the z and y axis.
positive. Good. And what about third? The value of x? Negative. The value of y?
Positive and negative.
Very good. Both are negative. Good. In this quadrant, fourth quadrant, value of x?
Positive.
Positive. Value of x?
Yeah.
And what?
Negative.
Very good. Okay. So why I explain all these things? Because sometimes they give us one point. They say this point, 4 comma
Minus 5.
6, something like this. And they say that in which quadrant this point lie? First, second, third or fourth?
But it's not opposite.
No, you just say that both values are given in.
So will it be in the one? The first
Very good. If I say 4 comma minus 6, then
that could be it could be
first, second, third or fourth?
fourth.
Very good. Because in this, X is positive and Y is in negative. Very good. The next question, if I say this point, -3, -2, this point lie in which quadrant?
Will it be in the third box?
Very good. And the last one, -5, -1.
-5. Oh, will it be in the second box? The second box.
Yeah, second quadrant. Just say quadrant, okay? Not the boxes. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and this fourth one. Very good.
So I've got a question.
Yes.
In the exam, you have to write quadrant, or will it already be that?
This says like in which quadrant this point lies. So they write the spelling of this quadrant there. Okay. So you don't need to remember the spelling of that. But you just need to remember this thing. The first number is the value of x, and the second number is the value of y. And we always writing the value of x first, then value of y. Okay. So for here also, if this figure is not drawn there, you just see, okay, the first value is x, which is negative. Second value is also negative, means the third quadrant. Right? Yeah, you can feel like this way. So whenever we are reading any point, like if I say, just let me know that this point 4 comma 2, where it lies. So you can say that this 4 comma 2 means 4 across and 2 up, right? And this point, what this point is, sorry, 1 comma 3, right? This is wrong. 1 comma -3. This means 1 across, and minus means down, not up. Minus means down. And we can also say like this way, 1 right and 3 down.
1 right and 3 down.
Yeah. For this, 3 left and 1 up. Okay. For this, what we can say?
-3. I mean,
-2 comma 3. So we can say like
minus
2,
-2.
2 right, 2 left.
-3 straight and up.
Don't say minus. When we say left, right, up, down, then we can understand that left means minus, right means plus, up means plus, and down means minus. We already know that. Okay? Going up means positive. Going down means negative. Left.
Left is positive and right is
Left is negative. Right is positive, right?
positive.
Yeah. So let me write that also. Okay? Now, some question for you. Just 3 left and 2 up. What will be the coordinate of this, Kavya?
Coordinate of 6.
Yeah.
3,6.
3, 2 or minus 3, 2?
Minus 3,6.
You need to think about this, okay? Before telling me the answer. Minus 3, 2, not 3. Both are different, right? Minus 3 lies here, 3 lies there, okay? The difference between these two is actually what? 6.
So just that one has a minus 3 and that one doesn't.
Okay?
Okay. Finish.
Okay, Kavya, there's few questions. Just tell me. Which number tell you that how far to move across?
Or
Which number tell us that how far to move across? The X or Y?
is there an X?
Yeah. And which number tell us how far we move up or down?
That's Y.
Okay. What is the coordinate of the center?
Or
This center. The coordinate of this.
is 0.
0, 0. Because for this, the value of X is 0 as well as the value of Y is 0. And one more thing you can see is like that. All the value of Y is 0 in the x-axis. If we talk about x-axis, the value of Y is 0. Like about for this point. The value of X is 3, but the value of Y is 0. For this point, the value of X is minus 1, but the value of Y is 0. Similarly, in Y-axis, all the value of X is 0. Okay? In Y-axis, because for this, the value of X is 0, but the value of Y is 2. Okay? Hmm. The next thing is reflection, Kavya. Reflection is, for example, if you stand in front of your mirror, right? Then you can see that your image look similar like you in the mirror also. But what interesting thing is happening, like when you come close to your mirror, then your image size become closer to the mirror also. And when you go far from that, then your image also inside the mirror go far from that, right? Similarly for this screen, this camera, when I move closer, you see like I'm too close to you. And when I move far, then you can see like I'm going far. It means that if we talk about reflection, then if we reflect it in x-axis or y-axis, the distance is always same. Okay? How the distance is same? Let me explain.
Wait, if it's like we need your shape, and then we have to and then there'll be coordinates in there'll be coordinates. You have to join that shape and then like draw the next.
Yeah, you can say that if this is the reflected line and this one. So if the point lie somewhere here, so the distance between this and the point of reflection both looks same. Just change the direction. Okay, that's something. So in coordinate also, if we see that this point lies at, so this is actually the reflection. Okay, this is the reflection. Let me draw the coordinate grid here. This is the value of y. That's the value of x. Okay. If we have one point which is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can't see the line clearly. I can't see the right line clearly.
Okay, let me draw you. Is it visible now?
Yeah, clear now.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 6. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 4. Minus 1, minus
Doesn't it go in 6?
Sorry?
6 is this one. So and like minus 6 up to minus 6.
Okay, so if one point lies here, 2, 3. So if I say this point reflected in y-axis, okay? This reflected in y-axis. Then Kavya, are you agree that this point must lie here?
Yeah.
That 2, if it moved 2 right, so here it moved 2 left. So 3 up means similar at 3 up. Minus 2, 3. So what we can see is that whenever the point reflected in y-axis, the point of y stay the same. Okay? And in the point of x, we just change the sign. For example, if we have any x and y, if this reflected in y-axis, if this reflected in y-axis, then it became minus x and y. Because y stay the same and we just need to change the value of x. Okay? And whenever the point reflected in x-axis, then, for example, I have one another point which is 2, this is 4, sorry, 4, 2, right? So if we reflect in this y-axis, so this point reflected somewhere there. So it became 4, minus 2. Is it correct? Because the distance between these and that is equal. So whenever the point reflected in x-axis, then what happened is the value of x stay the same. Right? And what we need to change? The sign of the value of x, y. Right? So when we reflect in x-axis, the value of x stay the same. We need to write x as it is. And in y, we just need to change the sign. Okay? Is it okay, Kavya? So tell me the reflected point of this. Minus 4, minus 3 is reflected in y-axis.
Wait, I thought minus 4,
Minus 4, minus 3.
Oh, yeah, from the reflection.
Yeah, it reflected in y-axis, this line. Then where it goes?
Is it 4, minus 3?
So here, yeah, 4, very good.
Minus
Minus 3, wow. Good, Kavya. Okay, now if we have one another point, which is this 3, 2, and it reflected in x-axis. Then where it goes?
What did you say, Kavya?
Yeah, it reflected in x-axis, Kavya.
Wait, I just said, oh, that's that. When it be
Here,
what would it be
it reflected.
comma 3.
Sorry?
It says minus 3, comma 3.
-3 lies somewhere here. And 3 means here.
Oh,
We need to reflect in x-axis, not in y-axis, Kavya. In y-axis also this is wrong actually. But yeah,
minus 3,
just
comma 3.
not -3. This is the positive value of 3, Kavya.
Oh,
So this must be 3 and
comma,
then -2, right? 3, -2. Okay, let me give you some more question. This point, 2, 4, reflected in y-axis. Then where it goes? This is the reflected point, the line of reflection, right? Y-axis.
yeah.
Just feel it like a mirror. So it goes somehow here.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2 unit, right? So we need to move 2 unit left. This is 4 unit right, 4 unit up. So we also need to move 4 unit up. Similarly, this
Oh,
point is called -2, 4. Because it reflected in y-axis. If we reflect the same point in x-axis, then this is 2 unit up. So we need to go 2 unit down. Because now they are reflected in y-axis. So we need to move 2 unit down, and this is 4 unit up. No, this is 2 unit right actually. So we need to stay the same. 4 unit up means we need to go 4 unit down. Okay? Because this distance is same as that distance, right? So if this is 4 unit up, so we need to go 4 unit down.
yeah. So will it be 2,
And
comma
x stay the same. When whichever axis we are reflecting, if we reflect in the x-axis, then the stay put the write the x value as it is, because the value of x stay the same, right? Just we need to change the value for y. Okay? Okay. One another question. Yeah, now we have this point. Point 2, comma. No, this is point 4, comma 2. Reflect this point in y-axis.
Which one? It is the bottom one.
Yeah, this y-axis.
Is it here? Will it be -4 comma 2?
Yeah, -4, comma 2, because here moves 4 unit right, so we need to move 4 unit left and 2 unit up stay the same. Very good. Now, yeah, reflect this point. -2, comma -3 in this y-axis. The point is -2, -3. This point.
Will it be the reflection?
Yeah.
Let's see. -3, 3.
How 9?
Oh, it's 3, -3.
Yeah. Will reflect in this line, y-axis.
I said 3, -3.
Okay. So we need to reflect in y-axis. So for the value of y is still the same, which means this 3 and then 2. This is what? 2 left. So we need to move 2 right. So the point is 2, -3.
That's what I said. I did say that.
But you change your answer. Okay, one last one. If you made it correct, then we can proceed and the type of question. So please try to make it correct. This point 3, -3, 5. Reflect this in x-axis. This one.
Will it say 3 and -3 -5?
Very good. This is -3, -5. This is a point of reflection. Okay? Very good, Troy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, if you look into your sheet, there are a few questions given in page number 8. So could you please tell me the answer of all those one by one? What will be the answer for question number 1, Kavya?
Reflection, right?
No. Here, page 8 and question number 3.
A It's 7 o'clock and 4 hours. Is it 7, 4?
Yeah.
The next question.
Question number 10.
3 over 5 and 5 over 3. Is it 4?
Yeah. Okay, Kavya, I think we need a break, right? So please meet me at 11:55.
Okay. Hello, evening.
Here's one question for you. Please try.
How many units apart? 9. What is that? They are
How many units apart are the point -5, comma, -2 and no, just say 5, 2 and 8, 2. So in this question, you can see that the value of y stay the same, right? We just change the value of x. This 5 now became 8. So the difference between these two are 3, which means the both points are 3 units apart from each other. Right? If we want to denote this on a coordinate grid, so this lies at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2. 1, 2 means somewhere here, and then this lie at 5, 6, 7, 8 means somewhere here, right? And the distance between these 2 points are 1, 2, 3. 3 unit, right? So if you see that, you can easily see that the value of y stay the same. Here this is 2 and that one is also 2. We just change the value of x, right? So just subtract that value.
So is it 3?
Yeah, so answer will be 3 unit. Now, another question for you. How many units apart are the point? And to change the point, either you can draw those coordinate grid and then visualize that, or otherwise you can just see the question and try to answer, like, see the difference. Okay. So the next question is 4, 2 and no 4, 3 and 9, 3.
Is it 5 more?
Very good. Next question. -3, 1 and 0, 1.
Is it 3 more?
Yeah. Now, this one, -5, something this, and then 5, 4.
Will it be 10 more?
Wow, 10 units gap, right? Very good. Okay, the last one, 4, 6 and 4, -6, then 4, 6. This time, don't say, yeah, how many units apart are the point this and that.
Will it be,
You can see that here the value of x stay the same.
yeah.
Yeah,
Will it
so be careful.
12 more?
12, very good. So answer will be 12, very good. Now, Kavya, there's one other type of question they ask in the paper is like, we have one point which is 2, 5, okay, and this point start moving. This point start moving. First it goes 3 unit, right? And then 2 unit up. So where this point situated now? Okay, let me explain. Move 3 unit. Right means what? We need to add that value.
Is it 5,2? I mean, 7.
Move 2
It's a
unit
5,7.
up. Means 5 plus 2, which is 7. Yeah, the answer will be 5 comma 7. Okay?
We need to do it down. And
But you say the correct answer when I start explaining, right? You need to give me the answer before I start the explanation. Okay? One more question. A point which is 5 comma 4. 5 comma
4.
no, it moved 3 unit left and then 2 unit down. Right means we need to add that value. Left means we need to subtract. Up means we need to add the value. And down means we need to subtract.
Is it 2,2? Is it 2,2?
Well, 2 comma 2. I hear 3 comma 2. Then that's why I say, oh, good. Now we have another point which is minus 4 comma 6. Okay. And this point again start moving and it goes 3 unit right and then 4 unit down. Do like this way. First, the value of across, which is minus 4. And we are going in the right direction, right? Means we need to add this value. Okay?
Okay.
And the second point, when we are moving up and down, which is this value 6. And here we are moving down. Means we need to subtract, right? So for this, we are getting minus 1. And for this, we are getting 2. So answer will be minus 1 comma 2. Easy. Always solve like this way. Okay? Try one more. The point is 9 comma minus 3 and this goes 5 unit left and 2 unit down. Use that same approach. First write this value and then for the cross 5 left. Sorry?
Minus 5.
Very good. Answer is 4 comma minus 5. Always write like this way. Kavya, inside the bracket, the closed bracket, you have to write the value of across, which is the value of x, then put 1 comma, then value of y, and then close the bracket. Okay? Okay. One more question based on this, Kavya. How many units apart are the point 0, 8 and 0, -2?
Hmm. The 10.
Very good. Sometimes you know what they did is where they give us the coordinate grid, okay, and they ask us to locate the different point. The value, all those points are given. Like first point is 3, 4. So this 3, 4 means first way to go 3 unit across and 4 unit up. The point where both intersect, that is 3, 4. Would you able to denote that?
Yeah, I can.
When you have this coordinate grid, okay, they write all those things, the numbers and all, and they give you the few points, then you're able to denote all those.
Yeah.
Okay, and when they already denoted the point, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -1, -2, something like this, and they give us few points, some points situated somewhere here, some point situated somewhere here, another point situated somewhere here, not here, here. Then here. Yeah. What is the value of this point? Point A.
It is 3, 4.
Good. Point B.
Would that be -3, 2?
Very good.
Will that be
C.
-2, -2, -3?
This is point C, sorry.
-3, -3. And then the last one is 4, 4, -1.
Very good. Okay. So you're able to solve in either way. Okay. Either they give you the point and they ask you to denote it on the coordinate grid, or they already given the point, this, and they ask you to locate them.
Okay.
Both are easy.
No? Yeah, those are easy.
So you're able to do these things. You're able to find the value of the across. You know to find. You also know that the how to find the value of the point of reflection,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now we completed our one topic, which is coordinate. Now we come to our next topic, which is Venn diagram.
Yeah.
So, Kavya, Venn diagram is actually the way of sorting information, right?
Yeah.
Here we we denote it like this way.
Venn diagram. About a diagram.
You know this.
Look at, and then like and then for example if it's a timetable.
For example, we are talking about a class where the total number of student is 40. Total number of student equals, and we ask them to choose their liking sports. Like someone choose music, the extra activity like music, and someone chose sport.
4.
The 12 children who chose music, and there are 18 students who choose sport. And there are few who choose both. Okay? So whatever I'm writing here, it means the number of students who choose music. Whatever I'm writing here, this means the number of students who choose sports. And whatever written in between, this means
They both like sports and music.
very good. The children who like both sports as well as music, which is here, this is 6. And the whatever written outside this circle means the children who don't like anything.
Or doesn't like any sports and music.
Okay?
Okay.
So if they give you this diagram and they ask, could you please tell me that how many students like only sport?
Only 4.
Yeah.
18.
And how many children who like sports?
How much do you like sports?
Yeah?
18.
No. This 6 also likes sport.
Ah.
Yeah, that's fine that this 6 like music as well, but this 6 like sports also. So the number of children who like sports are 18 plus 6, right? If I say only sport, then the answer will be 18. So the number of children who like music,
Number of children like music, 18.
only like music?
Oh.
Very good. The number of children who don't like music.
4.
I say who don't like music.
18.
If I say no like anything, then it will be 4, right? I say the number of children who don't like music.
4. 22.
32.
22.
Very good.
It's 18 and 4.
Yeah. Why 18 and 4? Because this 6 like
18
music
is
also,
like
right?
sport.
This 18 like sport means this 18 doesn't like music at all. And this 4 also doesn't like any sports, so we need to add that too. Very good. So here there are a few important thing in the Venn diagram. One is neither. Neither means that is not like either in the circle. This 4. Okay. And all together means we need to add all those. Right? Yeah. If I say no, in all together, in the different sense. Sometime I ask total number of children, the all together, the children all together in this group. So you need to add all those. If I say all together who like music, then you need to add these two only. Right? So number of children who like both music and sport.
Who likes both? 6.
So only and both are different thing. Only means only like music, and both means they need to like both. Okay? Now I give you one another question and you need to answer all of those. Okay? In this question, we may have 3 circles. Can I ask you a question like that? Or first I ask this 2 circle based, right? Then 3 circle based question.
I
So
can
let's
try
see.
3.
You can try.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think that's it. Oh,
Can I give you that question also?
yeah, I'll try.
Okay. So here we have 3 circles. Okay? If you are comfortable with 3, then 2 is very easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we have whatever we can guess. Like there are various languages selected by the children. Okay? They're spoken by the children in the house, right?
Yeah,
The one is that there are few who spoke German. Okay? There are 12. Then French. That is 18. No, it's be 14. Spanish, which is 16. Okay? Okay. Is it okay to you?
Yeah, I can understand that.
The first question. Find the total number of students.
So number 2. I think 63.
No.
I'll count again.
I think you forget any.
I think 69.
69?
What?
What do you say? Sorry?
69. 59.
No. This 12, 3, 14, 3, 7, 4, and 16, right? Did you add all those?
I think I think, yeah, I think. I'll count again. Oh, well, let's use it. Let's be 74.
No. Okay, we'll add together. 1 plus 2, 3.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 3, 13.
30.
Plus 7,
20.
20. 20 plus 6 plus 4 is 10.
30.
So it will be?
0 and then 3. 3 and 6.
We have 3 as carry.
Yeah.
Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 plus 3 will be?
70. Yeah, 70.
Then why don't get 70, 69, 52? What are all those? So total will be 70, right? Okay. Next question. Could you please tell me how many students study only German?
Only German. Is it 12?
Good. How many students study exactly one language? Very easy question.
Okay, 42.
Wow. How many students study 2 or more language?
2 or more.
Yeah.
Seventeen. 17.
17. Good. How many students do not study Spanish?
Do not study Spanish.
Yeah.
One minute. Is it 29?
No.
Oh, I can. Not study Spanish.
Yeah.
Is it? It's 29? Oh. Okay. Is it 40?
What? Yeah, why you forget to add this, Kavya? I understand you forget to add this, right?
Yeah.
That was not good. Okay. How many students study exactly 2 language?
2 languages.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 14?
How many students study German but not French?
Is it only or just like it could be like
How many
zero?
students study German but not French? The question is this.
Okay. Is it 16?
Yeah, we need to add these two, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-mm. Okay, how many students study both German and French but not Spanish?
Like German and French. Spanish.
Or we can change it like how many students speak German and Spanish but not French?
German and Spanish, but not French.
Yeah.
Is it 32?
Just this 4. Students need to speak both German and Spanish but not French.
Both German and
Yeah. Which is 4 only, right? This 4 speak both German and Spanish but not French, right?
Yeah.
How many students study both Spanish and French?
both Spanish and French.
Yeah.
7.
Spanish and French.
Oh, Spanish.
10. You need to add this also,
Makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
Both Spanish and French means this 7 speaks Spanish and French. This 3 also speak all 3 languages, right?
Yeah, that 3 is all
So answer will be 10, right?
Mhm.
What fraction of the students study only French?
Only French. 14.
Fraction.
Fraction.
What fraction of student who speak only French?
14 by 70.
Which is
But
not correct actually.
only French.
Yeah.
In the bank.
Only French. Yeah.
Not any other answer.
You need to divide this 40 with total. Right.
I said 14 by
14 by 70, right?
yeah, but then
Because I asked about what is the fraction of the
10.
student who speak only French.
1 by 5.
Yeah. What percentage of students study both French and Spanish but not German?
What Both German and French.
Both,
Spanish.
both French and Spanish, but not German.
Both Spanish.
You have to find the percentage. Percentage of the student who speak both French and Spanish, but not German.
Um, 10 percent.
Sorry?
10.
How you calculate this?
So I said, so,
You just guess.
no, I did, 3 and 7,
Mm-hmm.
so, 3 French, and Spanish, and 7 also.
This is 7, yeah?
That, also,
And total will be 70.
yeah,
And you need to times this with 100, right? That's how we are getting 10%. Very good, Kavya. In this question, to make the question difficult, they sometimes added few things. Like they say, some children join in French, some children join in Spanish. So don't get confused. Okay, just draw this diagram, and whatever children joining that, add that in this group, add that on that group. Okay, and then you can easily solve. For example, if I say 10 new students have joined in the school, how many students join? 10 new students.
10 what?
10 new students join in the school. 4 of them study only Spanish. 4 of them study only Spanish. Means we need to add that 4 here. Right. And 6 study only French. 6 study only French. We need to add 6 there. What percentage of the total student now study only Spanish?
20.
Percentage. I asked about the percentage.
Need some help for the plus 9.
Okay, they asked about only Spanish, right? So only Spanish will be 16 plus 4, which is 20, right? As we need to find the percentage, so first we need to write this into the fraction. Okay? So the fraction of only Spanish will be 20 by total, and total will be 70 plus 10 new, which is 80. And then times this with 100. So we can easily cancel this 0 with that 0. 2 with 8, which means 4. And 4 with 100, which is 25, right? So answer will be 25%. Okay, Kavya? So we need to be careful, okay? This very easy thing, right? So children just make confused when they see, okay, how can we do that? 10 new join, this join there, that join there. Okay, so don't get confused in all this kind of question. Okay, very well. In Venn diagram, you are doing really well. Okay, you understand all those concepts. So what it means? This 3 means German and French. Okay. If they ask German and French, then we need to add these two.
Okay.
German and French actually here. If they say only German and French, then these 3 only.
Okay.
Because these 3 means they speak Spanish as well. German and Spanish means only German and Spanish means this 4. If they say German and Spanish means we need to add 4 and 3. But this, if they say only German and Spanish, then this 3 will not be added. Why? Because these 3 also speak French.
And German and Spanish.
Yeah. That's why if they say only German and Spanish, then we don't need to add these 3. Because these 3 also speak French. So only German and French, Spanish means this 4 only. Okay? And this 3 means all 3. And this 11 means none of them. Okay, Kavya? Okay, we completed our whole sheet. So, please go through your sheet by yourself again.
Okay.
And try to make your homework correctly. Okay, and score well in that. Okay, you know each and everything. Just do your best in your homeworks. Bye-bye.
Bye.